the final tonight. And the best team in baseball wins it all in 2018.
For the first hit. Rutschman into right field. Down the line. A fair ball. Adley will turn first. Head for second. He's going to turn second. Go for third. Rutschman into third base standing. An extra base hit. His first hit in the major leagues. Welcome to the...
These are long pitch innings. I think Blister, that's what you were to make sure.
Here's a high fly ball into right. Back his bat's on the move. On the track. He's got it. What a catch by Mookie Betts.
Now, Clifford looking for a clean inning here in the seventh. Hit well out to right center field. Jones still on the move, running out of room, and he made it!
Welcome back to Beyond the Ballpark. We will continue our little All-Star Game theme here and take a break from the teams. But today we have our Home Run Derby bracket, and this is very exciting. A lot of great players and a lot of really good matchups in this Home Run Derby. So we're very, very excited to share our home run brackets with you and each other as well. That'll be very interesting to see what we both think on who won the Home Run Derby. Pete Alonso, will he go back-to-back? Will Kyle Schwarber reign as the Home Run Derby champion? We will find out. You can watch it on, I believe it's August 18th. July 18th. That's the day before the All-Star game in LA. It'll be very fun to watch. And like I said, a lot of great matchups that you're going to want to tune into. Last year, obviously, I had Trey Mancini competing, and he got second, and I was very happy about that. But this year, obviously, he's not competing in the Home Run Derby. But I'm still going to have a lot of fun watching it. You know, All-Star break is so much fun. And I can't wait to see what happens. Brandon, any thoughts on this year's Home Run Derby?
Yeah, I think this is going to be an exciting one. A lot of good contestants, power hitters, obviously, and I think it's going to be fun to watch. Enough you're going to watch it. I hope it's fun.
Yeah, definitely. And now it is time for the Home Run Derby bracket. I will just quickly review who is on this bracket and what seed they are at. And the seeding was actually determined by how many home runs you have. So obviously the player with the most home runs competing in the Derby would be the number one seed. Obviously Aaron Judge did not compete in the Home Run Derby. And he did not choose to compete in the Home Run Derby. So the number one seed went to Kyle Schwarber. He will be facing off against Albert Pujols, which we'll get to in a second. And then we got Juan Soto in the 4 seed versus Jose Ramirez in the 5 seed. That's going to be a really good one to watch. Corey Seager in the 3 seed versus Julio Rodriguez in the 6 seed. And then Pete Alonso in the 2 seed versus Ron Acuna in the 7 seed. A lot of good matchups. Let's break it down. So let's just start off with the easy one, Kyle Schwarber versus Albert Pujols. I'm going to pick Kyle Schwarber here. I'm going to move him on. It's pretty easy to pick Kyle Schwarber. Albert doesn't stand a chance. He has the stamina of a turtle. He cannot do anything against Kyle Schwarber, who is a guy that is made to hit home runs. Him and Pete Alonso, I can understand why they're the 1 and 2 seed. Pete Alonso is made for home run derbies. Kyle Schwarber is made to hit home runs. I just don't think that Albert really stands a chance, and I understand that it is his final season in the major leagues. He wants to compete in the Derby. He wants to, have one more shot of glory, but Kyle Schwarber's just going to smash it. Smash his glory, let's be honest. There's not really much that Albert Pujols is going to do in this home run derby, and I just don't think he stands a chance against Kyle Schwarber.
Yeah, I almost go to Kyle Schwarber here. I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's Albert Pujols. He's not the same he was. If it was, say, prime Albert Pujols, we had a different conversation here. But, this is old Albert Pujols, not that good. Only hit 6 home runs so far this season. So, yeah, I'm going to go Kyle Schwarber too.
And now, The second matchup here, we got Juan Soto in the 4 seed versus Jose Ramirez in the 5 seed. Now, this is a very interesting story because Jose Ramirez is a switch hitter. Yes, you heard me correctly. He is a switch hitter. So it's going to be interesting how he's going to choose to compete. I mean, he could do half and half, one set, half of the round from the right and half the round from the left, which will be very entertaining to see if he does that. But I mean, Juan Soto is a beast. He's so good. The average is down this year, but he's hitting a lot of home runs. I think he's almost hit 20 home runs. At the time of recording this episode, I think he's got like 19. So this is going to be a dandy of a matchup. Jose Ramirez is scalding hot for the Guardians, while Juan Soto is he's Juan Soto. So, I don't know. It's tough. I'm going to be a little bit of a homer here. I mean, Jose Ramirez, I love him, and he's on my fantasy team. So I'm going to pick Jose Ramirez. I'm going to go a little bit bold here. I think there could really be an upset potentially. I'll be very intrigued to see this, but I think Juan Soto does have a really good shot of winning this round.
I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go Jose Ramirez. I think he's got more power than Juan Soto. Juan Soto's going to be a better hit overall, but I think Jose Ramirez, I think she's got more power, got more pop in his bat. So I think he's better hitting home runs. And yeah, so I think Jose Ramirez gonna pull out the upset against Juan Soto and move into round 2.
And now Corey Seager versus Julio Rodriguez. This is going to be a fun matchup. Corey Seager returning home to LA as he was the former shortstop of the Dodgers. He knows that a hitter is very comfortable. And then Julio Rodriguez in the 6th seed. He has been on fire recently. He's in fuego. Julio is just insane. He's going to be the future of the Mariners. Him and Jared Kelenic, if Kelenic has managed to pan out, he's going to be that future outfield for the M's. But Julio Rodriguez is a lot of fun to watch now. He's got a really good shot for Rookie of the Year this year, and it's just so fun to watch. He is just a young rookie phenom, and there's nothing else to say. Again, I mean, I think it'd be really cool if Julio wins, and I think I'm going to pick him. I think Julio is just hot right now, but then again, so is Corey Seager. He's also hot with hitting the home runs. I mean, but I'm going to be a little bit biased. I do love Julio, and I love watching him play, so I'm going to pick Julio Rodriguez for another upset in this derby.
I'm going to have to go Corey Seager here. Julio Rodriguez, I feel like he's young. He's not there yet. I don't feel like he's going to, maybe a little shocked by like the crowd and stuff. So I'm gonna have to go Corey Seager. He's just more experienced player in these kind of situations. So Corey Seager. Also, he's, I think he's got more power overall. So I'm gonna go Corey Seager here. And also, Texas is a tougher ballpark, which is definitely, maybe why his home run was a little down. So you keep that in mind. So I'm gonna go Corey Seager.
And now the 2 versus the 7. Pete Alonso versus Ronald Acuna Jr. I think Ronald Acuna is going to give him a little bit of trouble. Pete Alonso is, made for home run derbies. He's won back-to-back, and he is trying to join Ken Griffey Jr. as one of the only players who's won it back-to-back, which would be amazing to see. Ronald Acuna, though, it could be sneaky. I mean, he's only got 7 home runs this year. But he has chosen to compete in the Derby, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun to see. I mean, Ronald Acuna Jr. is one of the more fun players that we've ever seen, and he's one of the best players today in baseball. But I'm going to go chalk for this one. I'm going to go Pete Alonso. I just don't think there's a world, really, where Pete doesn't win. I mean, he's made for home run derbies. I mean, Pete, whenever he gets tired, it doesn't matter. I mean, he's just going to hit home runs like it's nothing. Ronald Acuna will put up a fight, but I don't think it's going to be good enough to beat the reigning home run derby champ, Pete Alonso.
I'm going to have to go the upset here. It might be a little controversial. I'm going Ronald Acuna Jr. I feel like, Pete Alonso got to come out of the gate. He's going to be a little arrogant. I think he's going to, breeze through this. But I think, Shohei last year, he's not that good, even though everyone thought he was going to be. So I think it's going to happen to Pete Alonso this time. And I'm gonna have to go Ronald Acuna. He's gonna take advantage of that. He's younger. He crushes home runs. So I'm gonna have to pick him. I love Pete Alonso. It's just Ronald Acuna is gonna win this round.
Yeah, it's a very interesting take. Very interesting thoughts on that. And now we move on to the second round of the Derby, final four here. Kyle Schwarber versus Jose Ramirez. I mean, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch. Kyle Schwarber versus Jose Ramirez. That is going to be a great matchup. Jose Ramirez is very intriguing with that switch hitting tool. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to be interesting how he uses that in the Derby. And then you have Kyle Schwarber again, who's just mashes home runs. He's been hot in June, as he always is. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch him play in this Derby. I think I'm going to go chalk again and go Kyle Schwarber. I honestly do think that Kyle Schwarber has the best shot to make this the final in the home run Derby. And I think, honestly, there's a world where he can breeze past Jose Ramirez. Although, in reality, I do think that Jose Ramirez is going to just, he's going to grind it till the end. So I can't wait to see this matchup. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if there was an upset here. So if this matchup came up, that would be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, I'm also have to go Kyle Schwarber here. Kyle Schwarber, like you said, he's built for home runs. He's a power hitter, mashes home runs. I mean, I think he's a clear favorite. I'm gonna have to pick him over Jose Ramirez though. Jose Ramirez definitely would give him a run for his money. But I'm gonna have to go Kyle Schwarber.
And now the other matchup here, Julio Rodriguez versus Pete Alonso. Two players that are awesome to watch. Pete Alonso, again, he mashes home runs. He hits home runs like it's nothing, and Julio Rodriguez is just setting the world on fire right now. Again, I'm going to go chalk. I'm going to go Pete Alonso. Pete Alonso, I think this time it'll kick in where if this happens, I think Julio is going to get a little nervous. He's going to be a little tense for him. And I just don't think that he will be able to withstand the power of Pete Alonso. It's going to be hard for him, to hang in there if he gets to the round where Pete Alonso is facing off against him. But, this would be awesome to watch. Talk about something that you want to turn your TV on for. This is something because, Julio could be, he could win derbies in the future. But I think right now, you look at Pete Alonso and you say, he's just the better home run hitter right now. So, Pete Alonso, I got moving on to the finals.
Now my matchup is different here. I have Corey Seager and Ronald Acuna Jr. going in this round. Corey Seager, he's a great home run hitter. I'm going to have to go Ronald Acuna. I think he's just going to keep on rolling. Got the momentum from being Pete Alonso. He's kind of hyped himself up, and he's going to roll on through Corey Seager and beat him. It will be close, but I think Ronald Acuna will come out top. He's just a younger, better player. Like I said earlier, he's massive home run, so I feel like he's, going to beat him.
And final round for me is Kyle Schwarber versus Pete Alonso. This is chalk, but I did have some good, fun names moving on here. So, but at the end of the day, Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber were truly made for this home run derby. And it's going to be tough. This is a really good matchup. Both to mash baseballs. I think both are going to have the stamina of a lifetime. And I think this will truly be the best round of home run derby that we will ever see if this happens. And as much as I want to pick Kyle Schwarber, as much as I'll be rooting for Kyle Schwarber if this happens, I'm going to go Pete. I just think that Pete is seriously just made for home run derbies, and I think he's going to go back to back to back. And I hate to go chalk here, but it's going to be hard to beat Pete. After watching him last year, it's like, how do you beat this guy in a home run derby? So Pete Alonso is my home run derby winner.
No, I have a different final. I have Kyle Schwarber and Ronald Acuna Jr. in the final. Ronald Acuna, he's got the momentum now. He just beat Corey Seager, but Kyle Schwarber's going to be a brick wall here. So I'm going to have to pick him to win it. Ronald Acuna's just not there yet. He's close, but Kyle Schwarber is a better overall player. He's older, more experienced. And I think he's got more power. So I'm going to go Kyle Schwarber winning it all.
So yeah, we got the 1 and 2 seeds winning it all in different types of matchups. And we forgot to do players of the week. Totally forgot about that. So let's just do that real quick. A lot of great players have had great weeks here. It's been a fantastic week in baseball. This has been super fun to watch for baseball. As you know, every week is because baseball is the best sport. If we look here, take a look at all the great weeks in baseball.
I think we might as well go Corey Seager for AL batter.
I'm gonna take a look here in batters. Sunday. Corey Seager for AL batter. I'm gonna have to go. Wait a minute.
I mean, he had 3 home runs. How many RBIs is that? 3, 4, 5. Wait, no. 6. 6 RBIs. 5 runs. He had 5 hits. So 3 home runs in a week. I think it's pretty good. I think we should get Corey Seager.
Yeah, honestly, that sounds pretty good to me. Corey Seager, fantastic week. I think he won it for MLB as well. I mean, he's just been on fire with hitting home runs, and perfect time to do it at the Home Run Derby. So, Corey Seager is our AL hitter of the week. And then if we look for NL Player of the Week, I think.
Maybe Tristan McKenzie.
Yeah, I mean, Tristan McKenzie did make a great start this week for the Guardians. So, Tristan McKenzie, just great pitcher, and I think you got to give it to him.
Yeah. Okay. Now for the NL, Freddie Freeman.
Yeah, I mean, Freddie Freeman's been hot. He's picking up at the right time for the All-Star game. Fantastic. This is the Freddie Freeman we're used to seeing. So, and Freddie Freeman, NL Player of the Week.
And for the pitcher, Clayton Kershaw.
Oh, yeah. Clayton Kershaw take like a perfect game into the 8th yesterday.
Something like that. Sounds right.
I mean, Clayton Kershaw is one of the best pitchers that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Fantastic pitcher and fantastic player. So, I think Corey Seager is going to be our pitcher of the week. And that's going to wrap up today's episode. Can't wait for the All-Star break. And I would make sure to tune in if I were you. It's going to be super exciting to watch the Stars go at it. Just a quick recap. I think it was like Bogarts, Devers, and Julio Rodriguez for the Red Sox. Don't know how Julio Rodriguez it's not Julio, JD Martinez, even though his name is Julio. Don't know how JD made it. That was very interesting, especially considering there's like Ty France available to take for the All-Star game. Kind of sad, but Red Sox, Devers is one of the best hitters in the game, and Bogarts is one of the more underrated shortstops in the game. So, Brendan, how do you feel about your All-Stars this year going to the AL?
Yeah, I think Devers and Bogarts definites, but JD maybe look higher, so I like it though. Nice to have 3 Red Sox. A little down last year. I think we had 5 last year. But still 3 All-Stars. That's good for the Red Sox.
And from our Orioles, obviously, you got Jorge Lopez, who's been pretty dominant out of the bullpen. He's closed out some really good games. He did blow 2 in Minnesota, but I think it's going to happen for a lot of pitchers. And they're just going to hit a rough patch, especially for Jorge Lopez, making the transition to from starting rotation to closer. But he's been fantastic. He's been able to preserve a lot of games for us. And I can't wait to see him represent us in the All-Star game. Although arguably we could have had a lot more, but there's just a lot of talent in baseball, which is a really good thing. So, yeah. And that's going to wrap it up for today's episode. Like I said, can't wait to watch the All-Star break. I will definitely be tuning in. Brandon, I hope you will tune in. And I hope the folks listening to this podcast episode will tune in. It's going to be a ton of fun to watch. I mean, baseball's got some of the best talent we've ever seen in the game. So, it's just fun to watch All-Star games these days. Brendan, any last thoughts before the All-Star break before we head out?
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. Remember Home Run Derby Monday night. And then All-Star game, or was it Sunday? It's Monday or Sunday, I forget. July 18th, and then the All-Star game is July 19th. Yeah, I'll definitely be tuning in. I think everyone should. It's a fun event that baseball likes to do, and it's definitely fun to watch. See all the best players in the league square off, and yeah, it'll be fun.
And I know this is late August, but we have the Little League Classic coming up, and this one's very special for both of us because it's Orioles Red Sox at Bowman Field in Williamsport. That I can't wait to see what the jerseys are going to look like for both teams. I don't know. Will they go what they did last year? And I think the Red Sox would have New England on their jerseys, and Orioles would have Mid-Atlantic on their jerseys. Or will they do something new? You never know. But that'll be super exciting to watch as well in late August. Both of our teams will be at Bowman Field. And I can't wait for that game. Brandon, what are your thoughts on that game in late August?
Yeah, I'm excited to watch the Little League Series. It's always fun to watch. I think, yeah, it'll be fun to see. Red Sox will beat them.
Yeah, and I know that's really distant, but that'll be late August. If you want to tune into that as well, mark it on your calendar and make sure to tune in. That'll be super fun. I know I'll be tuning in as an Orioles fan, cheering on my Orioles, as I always do. But that'll be a wrap for today's episode. Hope you enjoyed. Merchandise will be in the description as always, and yeah. With that, we'll see you next time.